What's going on, YouTube? It's NC, a place we chose Mr. A&E and not Deion Sanders in primetime.
So what's up?
Oh, can't hear you. What'd you say?
It's me, the PR. I am me.
All right. So look, uh, I understand. We are a little disappointed, today. We will definitely be talking to you guys about the big shit that been happening with the WWE releases, but we got to get to the midweek wrestling war of NXT 2.0, which this week was just very bad. It was to the point where I didn't even want to talk about this, to be honest with you, but I do got a job to do. People like to hear me talk about it. And then of course we got AEW Dynamite. We see Cody taking on Andrade, and who's going to take Jon Moxley's place because of him had to check into rehab, and which is all that stuff. Also, we're going to get extensively, obviously, into the podcast part this weekend. So, but probably you didn't see NXT 2.0, correct?
No, I did not.
Good. And you know what? And I'm glad you didn't this time because it was not that good. I mean, opening segment, we have Mandy Rose coming out to the ring, and does she look good with the championship? Yes, but I'm just like, after going out, like, okay, because I'm a fan. I like Mandy Rose because she was the better everything of Eva fucking Marie. But now seeing it with her with the championship, I'm like, I don't know. But I mean, that could just be just me. And it looks like, obviously, her talk about tax attraction. Now she's the baddest bitch in the whole company. And Gigi Dolan and JC Jane attack Zoe Stark backstage. But then that brings out Io Shirai. And she starts attacking Mandy Rose. So that, and then after that, Tasha Trash starts beating her down. But then the return of Kate and Carter and Casey Cat Zero, they come to even up the odds. I'm just like, where have they been? To be honest with
Making TikToks and other stuff.
Probably so. Cameron Grimes plays in Duke Hudson's poker room, and I was just like, all right, whatever. Dakota Kai taking on Cora Jade here. When I say this, first of all, Dakota Kai is obviously a veteran. When I say a veteran, I'm not saying she's been in the joint 30 plus years, but she's done this a longer time than Cora Jade. You could tell like they were miscommunicating on everything. And I was like, this is developmental for real. And I'm just like, and it sucks. And then so she hits her with the GTK kick for the win. And afterwards, she takes a table out and puts it on Cora's face. And she gets on the apron and then she thinking about jumping. But then she like twitches a little bit and gets off and then walks away. And I'm like, the fuck is that? You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. MSK was hanging out, like, talk about them losing the tag team championships, but now they gotta climb back up the way, stuff like that, and then as they wait for their bus, kind of like a Forrest Gump type skit, and then they talk. Then Nash starts explaining the name about this guy they're going to go meet, and then they missed their bus. They decide to go walk. I'm just like, well, they're very fucking happy that they lost the tag team titles and shit like that. Cringe segment is
let me guess.
Oh, please guess.
Because I did not watch NXT, but on my timeline, all I see is I think it's time to change the channel.
Yes.
That's all I kept seeing at this certain time. So I'm assuming, is this the Shawn Michaels theme song segment?
Yes. Oh my God! I said, what? This is the time. Like Triple ended it all, and so well. I'll tell you, this man, his face is in a pillow somewhere, and he's just like, you know what? I got kids and stuff like that. I cannot take myself out right now because this shit right here is everything wrong with NXT 2.0. Everything wrong. As Quinn, was it something Quinn, K Quinn, X Quinn, Young Quinn, whatever his name is, in the black suit and Robinson's way, they having a sing off, and Robinson starts singing, and I mean, this is terrible. in the ring. He's singing, God, what the hell is he singing? Does it matter? No. And the fan shit sucked. And then after that, Quinn starts taking the microphone and he starts singing "Sexy Boy" by Shawn Michaels. And I'm just like, this ain't sexy Kurt segment. You know how that he brought shit Sensational Shuri out, and he did "I'm Just a Sexy Kurt." Like, it worked for the rivalry, and you understood it. And Kurt Angle was making it hilarious because he could obviously wasn't the best dancer and wasn't the best singer, but for some reason that was entertaining. But this was terrible.
So, is what I got from this is like was that he was singing and the guy that was trying to attack him, and he was just like making his offense into dance moves.
Yes, and Robert Stone, because Robert Stone, you know, that's the kind of Robert Stone. He tried like he tried to hit him, and then he was sidestepping while he was dancing, and then Stone finally sets him in the face. They call for the bell. Quinn lifts on him for a swinging Samoan drop, and that's it. And it's just a jackhammer for the win. That's it. It was. I was like, this is everything wrong with NXT 2.0. I said I can't do this no more. There's this right here. I was like, the whole NXT would never. This is all a Raw kill time segment by Vince McMahon. That's exactly what this is. It just smelled it all over it. It reeked of it.
Guess what?
Huh?
Guess what?
What?
You're gonna be doing a different theme song every week. What if next week it's like Vince theme?
Oh, well. Whatever case, they have a little Joe Gacy backstage promo with evil Lars Sullivan. Then we get Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner with some of the ugliest ring attire I have seen.
Cool Kyle.
I'm talking about Von Wagner.
Cool Kyle was there, so Cool Kyle is there by default.
Yo,
ugly gear.
I'm telling you, he's leaving in December.
Got to.
Remember those WWF rubber figures that they had during the Attitude Era in the 90s?
Yep.
And okay, so they had remember what Triple H's old DX attire used to look like? They had like the black down, but it had like the inside where the thigh was where the color was at.
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine that, but it's wrapping around the top part of the thigh, and it looked like fishnet. That's what Von Wagner was wearing.
Yeah.
Say what? I couldn't even hear you.
That just sounds bad.
I'm just like, what is he like? They supposed to be pushing this guy as a top guy, and that's what he's wearing. I couldn't do it. When they took on Legado del Fantasma. Obviously, Kyle O'Reilly's doing Kyle O'Reilly shit. Von Wagner tries to do power moves, but the shit is not interesting. And then, Wyatt rolls up Wagner for the win. There you have it. So, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams said they're not a Scooby-Doo show like they were last week. And then fucking Andre Chase appears. And shot to see him with Lockout. He was captured by zombies. They didn't really plan this shit up. Like, whatever. So, next up, somehow, because we get the point because I really did pay attention, we get Andre Chase taking on Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker wins. Breaker gets on the microphone and talks about how he was inexperienced, the reason why he lost, but he'll come back strong and become NXT champion. Okay.
Did he challenge Ciampa again in 2 weeks or something?
It could be. They have an Imperium interview. Who cares? Cause we talking to Gigi Dolan, like talking to the tag team version of Toxic Attraction, like they are never on the same level, and they never will be. Okay, Last Night with Lash Legend has Tony D'Angelo finally being on the show, and she accused Tony of kidnapping her producer, but Tony denies it. And then so they bring Mark to the show, blah blah. And Tony says his goal is always to been to make money much as possible while hurting a few people along the way. D'Angelo calls out a couple superstars and then leaves the set. Uso's cousin taking on Jet Ramy and does the Uso. Huh?
Their brother.
Yeah, their brother. Oh, and which, by the way, You know his finishing move is? Guess. I want you to guess.
A frog splash.
Oh, frog splash? No. A Uso splash.
Okay. At least they don't say Uso crazy no more.
Oh no, all they gotta do is just give him a fit in some sneaks. He do the same. He'll do the
Honestly,
same.
just call him Uso. Like they gonna obviously want to bring it up.
Nope, they ain't gonna do that. Grayson Waller versus Boa. Boa wins, but I'm just like, please end the Boa gimmick now. Ciampa makes his way to the ring, cuts a promo, and it's Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, and then they got a promo that saying that he wants to face him, and then Ciampa walks away. Gargano comes out. We get a tag team match of Gargano and Loomis taking on Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. Best match of the night, honestly, because they actually did good. Gargano dives onto Trick Williams on the outside, but Carmelo Hayes hits the top rope famous to the Loomis and wins the matchup. It looks like we're going to get a Giant Gargano versus Carmelo Hayes for the North American Championship pretty soon. So that was NXT 2.0 in the show.
Oh.
That shit sucked.
Wait, you missed something.
What you say?
You missed something.
What I miss?
I seen there was like a promo with Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, and he was talking to Ciampa, and Gargano came up.
That's what it said. I said Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams had a promo with Ciampa, and said about them trying to face Ciampa. When Ciampa walked to the stage, he ran into Gargano.
I did not hear you say ran it. Sorry. Okay, I thought you said Gargano just came out.
No, he ran to Gargano, and they had to stare down. I'm like, don't do this again. And then him and Dexter Lumis came out, and they had the tag team match.
All right, my bad.
I don't want no
I did
DI.
not hear that. I was like, you know that's where they're gonna go.
DIY taking on like Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Oh God. Anyway, trying to move on.
They were just saying, it's the old school, new school, so they're gonna try to do something like that.
Yeah, because those like the last living anything left.
Hey, come on now, they're not made young now.
You said
last living.
You said they're not what?
They're not made young. You talk about the last living, like it's just so long ago.
Well, Mae Young ain't living no more.
Exactly.
So, it's time for AEW Dynamite. And we're here. It's Wednesday, and you do know what that means. Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, broadcast team tonight, and we're kicking off the show. Kenny Omega with Michael Nakazawa taking on the Dark Order's Allen Angels.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, who the fuck is that?
5 in the Dark Order.
5? Wow. Yo, Bray, come over here and fix this shit, please. Obviously, Kenny had... what's a good match? I didn't see all the match.
I would say it was a good match because obviously people were like, oh, it's Alan Angle, so you're just going to squash him, but
Uh-huh.
So, I kind of like that.
Well, after the match, Omega asked for a cheer from Michael Nakazawa. And he's about to drop Angels with the one-wing angel. But Hangman Page comes out and swats the chair away. And then just a buckshot lariat on Omega, but Omega gets out the way. And we are just 10 days away from November 13th with Full Gear. So, CM Punk came out, has a lot to get on his chest. He said there's two things. There's two people that aren't here right now, and they have very legitimate reasons. And his name is Jon Moxley, and he's damn proud of it. He said, I don't want anybody to criticize Jon Moxley because I am proud of him. I'm goddamn proud of him. And if anybody here or anybody at home watching television, if you think you're in a place you need help, ask somebody. Something wrong for asking for help. I'm glad he did that. Which brings me to my second guy, Eddie Kingston. You're here, so I can't ask you to your face, so I have to do this. Last week you interrupted me, and I don't like to be interrupted. I'll fight him, but I guess what? He's not here. Full Gear's an option, but St. Louis is up to the.
Hey, I like how he answered that guy though. There's a guy was like, "Fight him." He's like, "Fight him." I'll fight him, but he ain't here. Dude was
Yeah.
like, "Fight him!" Like so one dude. Like, all right.
Yeah. So he said if you got the balls, he'll be on Rampage to accept your apology for interrupting me. So that's definitely where we're going, and I'm excited.
So I'm at least I'm glad that this Rampage will be live.
Yeah, because other ones been kind of pre-taped. You can kind of tell they've been pre-taped, so now you can actually put like the main event shit on the main event. And where's it gonna be at?
I forgot.
Okay, I know if he's gonna. I know if he's gonna go to it or not.
No, it's like by Kansas City. So
Oh, go to Kansas City. But Adam Cole.
I do real quick. One part I do like though is CM Punk was like, I could have been in the tournament. They asked me if I wanted to be in it, and I said no. And then the crowd stopped booing. He was like, "Well, don't boo me, boo Eddie Kingston, because it's his fault." I was like, "Ooh, that's kind of good."
Oh wow.
It's kind of good how you just like transferred that over.
Because CM Punk is a master at his craft.
Yeah, he was like, it could have been me versus Bryan Danielson, or it could have been me versus Orange Cassidy. But hey, you have Eddie Kingston to thank for those matches not happening. Ooh, everybody start booing them. So yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I can't wait till Casey comes on Rampage with with the mic work, man.
I wish there was I wish we had more. Well, I'm pretty sure they fight at Full Gear, but I wish it was like
More
we have
time.
more. You said what?
More time.
More promo battles than just 10 days worth.
Well, look, because honestly, I think this is going to be Punk's first feud, not just a regular match.
Yeah.
He's going. So I think it's going to be one of three. Like he'll probably win one. I don't know if they'll give.
Kingston is not going to be the first person to pin Punk. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, fair enough. You're right on that one. But I think it ain't going to be just done with just one match. I think he'll get a sweep on them, like 2-0, and then Punk will move on from him by that time.
Or it'll be the Cody way where he wins 3 in a row and then probably get a win on the 4th one or something.
Oh, that would just be tacky.
Hey, Cody do it all the time.
Yeah, but you just said that Casey's not going to be the one that's going to be Cody. I mean, Casey's going to be the one that's going to be Punk.
He's not.
He's not. He really isn't. Adam Cole says he and the Bucks were going to remind everyone how tough they are. And then Christian Cage comes in. He was, with Luchasaurus. And then broke down. And then actually spilled the arena with Jungle Boy. Jumped off the stage and crashed down onto the Super Click. And Matt Jackson was about to jump off the stage, but Christian Cage was there to spear him. Christian was about to hit the kill switch, but Nick Jackson was hit Christian with a super kick. Luchasaurus comes and chokeslams Nick into Adam Cole, which for some reason I like that chokeslam into somebody. I think that's a cool thing. Jungle puts on the snare trap on Adam Cole and fade out to unconsciousness, and Christian gives him a concerto, and I was just like, oh, okay, so we really sent us some good stuff here. So that Adam Cole Jungle Boy match will be dope.
I told you it was gonna be Christian versus Adam Cole.
I think they're still doing Jungle Boy versus Adam Cole though.
No, they're doing Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express and Christian versus Adam Cole.
At Full Gear?
Yes.
That's so stupid.
I told you. So you mean to me he's not going to want to fight the guy that gave him a concerto?
No, what I'm saying is I get it, but the obvious one you want to try to get over is Jungle Boy.
Yes,
Christian don't need this heat no more, like this good heat, whatever the case may be. I'm just saying it should have been Jungle Boy the one that gave him the concerto, and to the point where it'd be Adam Cole taking on Jungle Boy.
Yeah, but I think they just want Cole to win over Christian, and then, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, he is going to win. Time for FTR's AAA Tag Team Open Challenge. So, the Open Challenge arrives Miro Star and Samurai Del Sol, which is Kalisto. So he is huh?
First of all, whoa. First of all, he is not All Elite.
He's not?
Second of all, no, he is not.
Okay.
Second of all, I could not tell that was Kalisto by as many times he was doing the Lucha Sin Cara thing. God. They should have just got them two. You should have just got Sin Cara and
shit. What? That's right. What? What happened to Sin Cara, man? Hope you're alright too.
He's still on AAA.
Oh, Sin Cara. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you could definitely sign them and put them back as a team.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting signed, especially after this match.
Well, like I said, they may go back down to AAA, kind of like how the Juice did,
or even PWG. So, because
he is okay.
This match to me just was not it. Not the Revival did good on their part, but like Aerostar and Samurai Del Sol was just not hitting anything.
Mm-hmm.
So there was at one point, Kalisto, Samurai Del Sol did a split for no reason, and the Revival are like, okay. It was just so weird. And I have a weird story about Samurai Del Sol's. One of my friends, he does media, like when people do interview, like when people have a movie coming out and they do like media day.
Yeah.
And I think he was doing an interview for Chucky, so he was interviewing the stars of Chucky, and like randomly in the Zoom, he just pops in, right?
Whoa.
He pops in and don't say anything. So just think if you're just doing an interview and this guy with his mask just pops in and you're just like,
hello.
Yeah, he didn't say anything either. But then of course after a while he said something. But he popped in the middle of an answer. And then I was just like, that's just weird. Why not just say, hey, we're bringing this guy in? Not just, I'm going to just pop in the middle of your answer and then just sit there and not say nothing. Not introduce myself or nothing. It's weird. But yeah. I don't think he's getting signed after this. Long story short.
Oh, well, yeah. He probably isn't, though. But it's cool probably just to see him out, so. Tony Schiavone.
By the way, sorry. Another side note. Did you see Jericho's tweet?
Oh, no. About what? What did he tweet?
Jericho, like.
I'm scared to ask.
This is so weird. All right, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna try to find it because it's so random. It's so weird that Twitter was just in an uproar. Let me see. What's his name? Samurai. What's his name? Del Sol. Del Sol. It's so. Oh my god! It is so weird how this happened. Okay, let me see if I can find it. He said.
I'm listening.
There we go. Okay. Samurai Del Sol said, "Pray and talk to John." In parentheses, bro, delete before on my match. Thank you for showing me your home at AEW and giving me the strength and energy I need today. Forever, you are in my heart, right?
Yeah.
And Jericho retweets it. And says, "You spelled his name wrong," and that's it. That's all he says. You spelled his name wrong, and everybody just went into a frenzy.
Whoa.
Literally, it was such a weird tweet. Because Samurai just like, oh yeah, I don't pray to Joe Pro to league, talk to me and all this. And Jericho's like, you spelled his name wrong. And that was it.
That's how Chris Jericho did the text, it seemed like.
I was like, people was like, you could have just texted this, not literally put it on your whole Twitter. But yeah, I don't know. I guess Jericho was just feeling some type of way, I guess. I don't know. He did spell it wrong though.
He better be feeling a lot of it now. Tony Schiavone backstage gives Sheeta her plaque for 50 wins. Now Rose Vicky Guerrero come out and begin to mock Sheeta. Now that she'll be facing her in the title tournament, it'll be an easy night. But what will also be an easy night is the NSL get to pick the members of Dan Lambert's American Top Team for the 5-on-5 Minneapolis Street Fight at Full Gear. So after Sammy Guevara won last week, they get to pick the members. So when Dan Lambert and them walk out, Um, let's see. Jake Hager chooses Junior Del Santos, obviously, as the first selection. Santana pick, was it Andrade Askakovic? I don't know how you pronounce that.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that.
It was already going to be Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky in the matchup. Then, Paige Van Zant grabbed the mic. She said, that, "Look, she'll fight, but y'all not gonna pick me because due to the size of all you guys' tight pants and jeans, I can see that y'all don't have the balls." I was like, "Oh, burn!" And she said, "But I don't mind. I can take on all 5 of you guys." And Jericho grabbed the mic, and as soon as Jericho grabbed the mic, I knew. I was just like, "Here he go. He gonna say something about that." And he said, "So you can take on all 5 of us." He says that you make sure that's on your OnlyFans page, and then but Joe writes this up. He says no, but what's happening is we're gonna be choosing Dan Lambert. And I knew that was coming, so he can go get his ass kicked. They're gonna pick Dan Lambert and to fight this match, and then the whole crowd to call him fat face dipshit. So
it was just for one. For one, it was that like they had to have written that part, right?
Say what?
They had to have written that part, written the part with Paige Van Zant.
Had to.
Yeah, there's no way that if it wasn't written, then that's just good on them for just.
Well, I mean, Jericho's a pro at that, though.
What I'm saying, as soon as she said it, everybody was like, "Well, obviously."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, backstage, Matt Sydal is teaming up with a guy named Lee Morality. I'm like, who is this guy?
He just fought Bobby Fish.
That's what that same guy is? Okay.
Yeah.
He's teaming up with Dante Martin and Leo Rush. I don't know if it's next week on Dynamite or if it's on Rampage. I'm not sure.
Probably on Dynamite. We'll see.
We got the round 1 of TBS tournament. Dark Order Energy taking on Jamie Hayter, which I knew Energy was going to get far in this. Jamie Hayter wins the matchup with short arm clothesline. Then they start trying to jump her. Then Ty Conti sprints out to the ring and tries to stop Britt Baker, but from Triple Team Anna Jay, and she had upper for the minutes. The numbers got the better of her. Then the Rosa came out to rescue her and clean house of Baker, Rebel, and Hayter. MJF comes out with a microphone and talks about, Darby Allin's watching from the arena, and he said, let's cut the bull, okay? He's basically talking that the overall thing is that he's a better wrestler than Darby Allin, and Darby Allin says, look, you always let the emotions get better at you, but I want to prove to you that in Full Gear that I am the better wrestler. So basically, they're doing that storyline so Darby don't do anything fucking stupid or do any kind of crazy ass bumps. And as he's saying this, he wants to let some frustration out now. So he walks out to the crowd, and him and MJF are fighting the crowd. But then he throws to the guardrail. They take a whole leaping clothesline over the guardrail. MJF tries to get away, but then here comes Sting coming down with all those guys with the MJF paper mask placed on their face. Which I was like, this is weird because it came from that play segment last week. Mm-hmm. And then the rest of the Pinnacle start coming out and jumping those guys. And
weirdly, it's like they're showing something else, and all you hear is like chair shots. And they're like, oh, well, Shawn Spears is here.
Exactly. Because I couldn't see anything neither, so. They're brawling, and MJF, finally gets away as they have to stare down. So, good way to build it up. But Cody said he's not gonna be outdone because next is Cody with Arn Anderson taking on Andrade El Idolo. So, actually, the match was actually
real quick.
Oh, say what?
How can you have this whole entrance and you be the only one? They literally made this entrance way for you. Like, you're the only person that has ever used this entrance. Ever. It's the only reason that they used the little thing in the middle. It's like, And really, like, you don't see nothing wrong with that at all, like at all. All right.
Yep, that's for Cody. Well, he comes down, and him and Andrade do have a pretty good, solid back and forth match. There's a part where like Cody hurts his knee a little bit. It could be from the selling, and I was like, okay, it's pretty good. But then we get I'm trying to think who's the guy that was up on the apron.
His accountant.
His accountant, yeah. So our arm actually comes and pulls him down, and then all of a sudden here comes I think Cody goes for. Let's see, when they start fighting? Okay, yeah. Cody goes for a dive, but from underneath the ring, it's FTR with their ring belts, and they hit him with the ring belts, and then Andrade takes him back in, hits the hammerlock DDT on him, wins the matchup. So, good matchup after that. So then after that, Arn Anderson comes back in there and try to check on him, but then FTR and everybody is in the ring, and then here comes Tully Blanchard. So Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson have like a face-to-face horseman showdown. Like they just staring, like, don't you old men start fighting or nothing. But
see, you know what the thing is, though?
What?
As much as I don't want to see it, I want to see it just so that I can talk about it and hear other people talk about it. And make fun of it.
All right, okay, I agree with you on that one.
As much as I don't want to see it personally, seeing them do it would be like when Kane mask fell off.
Oh, shh.
Yes, it would be fun to talk about. So I kind of do want to see it. Because every time Arn takes a bump, it's funny. I mean, not Arn. Tully takes a bump, it's funny. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe.
Yeah, I'm so sick. Yeah. I remember the days of the Spike Pile Driver, so he fell over. Let's see. So main event time. Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy's taking on. Well, who's he going to take on since Miro is out, and it happens to be the Redeemer himself, Miro, for the World Title Eliminator semifinals. Whoever wins is going up to the finals to face Bryan Danielson, and I like Orange Cassidy's selling here because he did put up a valiant effort, but everybody knew once you see Miro in there, you already knew what time it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also Cassidy, was selling his ribs also. So afterwards, Miro blasted him with a body block, and then he made him tap out. Afterwards, Bryan Danielson walks down and stares at Miro, and it's going to be Miro versus Bryan Danielson at Full Gear. Oh my God, that should be good.
I'm still waiting on them to sell that Bryan Danielson t-shirt, though.
Oh.
A plain white tee, that'll be a bestseller.
Well, let me tell you something. Hayes got a 4-pack down there.
Well, yeah, but you know, wrestling shirts don't come in black. Don't come in any other color but black. So
you're right.
It'll be a change. It'll be a shock to the system.
That was AEW and NXT. I'm telling you right now, AEW had the better show this week.
Yep.
No question at all. All AEW. I'm sorry, everybody. NXT, but y'all put on a bad show, and one match does not, help out the bad show. All right, guys. So you can post any comments down below. How'd you guys feel about it? Hit the like button, and if you guys listen to the podcast, we're gonna move on. But if you listen to us on YouTube, we are gonna be out. So once again, this is NC, a place to be. Chill Mr. D, and not Deion Sanders for prime time.
All right, y'all.
All right, and Nerd Coalition is out.